Safe area entered.
Alright. Guys in the room, welcome. Warfare again. Twitch and YouTube got me another build video for our newer agents. Make these builds nice and simple for you guys. If you like the video at the end, hit that like button, subscribe. Alright, let's dive into this. Here we go. So we're gonna go into specializations. We're gonna be running the technician specialization for this build setup. The biggest thing on this one is we are going to run linked laser pointer for this setup, so it's going to be important for this build. And as always, for the technician, you always going to get that 12% damage to drones, skill proxies, robotics, and then the Faraday field that allows you to be undisrupted and immune from shock from any skills that were proc disruption. So those are fairly useful. We're not gonna be running an artificer for this setup here. So that's the specialization. Get into build itself. Let's see. So for this setup here, again, this is going to be for newer agents coming in. We got a lot of new players coming into the game, including myself as well as a returning player. So for this one, we're going to be running the ongoing directive gear set for this one. So we'll cover weapons real quick first. So for you guys, third slot, it could be whatever you want for that slot there. I'm almost done with the double barrel assault shotgun, rank 6 right now. Second slot up here, you do want to try to get the Scorpio, because this helps with procking the status effect, which in turn is going to help the ongoing directive. So you do not have this shotgun, definitely get this shotgun. And if you don't have this shotgun, you can still cause status effect with your skills as well too. So I'll show that. So you don't have this, as I covered before, you have a number of other options too. You can run whatever shotgun you want if you don't have the Scorpio. So let's say we don't have Scorpio, you can actually use your skills here. Mainly it'll be the sticky bomb or your chem launcher, because that actually procs the status effect, so then you can be able to utilize your ongoing directive gear setup, which I'll explain that in a little bit. So you have your options here. If you don't have the Scorpio, you can run your sticky bomb or chem launcher skill. I'll cover those in a little bit, but if you do have it, this helps out a lot in order to proc ongoing directive. And then for your primary slot, I'm gonna run the Black Market AKM. You can run whatever you want. Just make sure that you actually have Sadist on here. That's gonna amplify the talent Sadist. That's gonna amplify weapons damage by 20% to bleeding enemies. Okay, so this is the weapon setup here. We're going to the skills real quick. So skills, you guys can run whatever you want if you have the Scorpio. If you do not have the Scorpio set up, then one of these slots, as I said before, I would encourage you to use the sticky bomb or the chem launcher, or anything that's going to, any skill based item that's going to have a status effect. It's going to cause status effect on the enemy. So like the hive, that normally will do it, and chem launcher, and then sticky bomb. So I was saying before. Okay. Now for the gear itself, we're gonna be running. You can run Bellstone. I'm gonna be running Bellstone. You can run whatever backpack you want here. I'm gonna run a Bellstone because it gives you that 1% armor regen. That helps out a lot, especially for our newer players, just so they have something to heal up. Because you're not nimble and you're not nimble enough, and a tactical ninja where you can avoid getting hit like some of the more hardcore vets. And for the talent for this guy, we'll go over the core attributes. So for this one, you're gonna run the armor core attribute, and then for the attributes themselves, armor regen. I wanted to get a crit hit chance in there, but I got the headshot damage, so we'll just roll with that. And then crit hit damage. Now the talent on here is going to be wicked. So you want this. That's going to apply applying a status effect increases total weapon damage by 18% for 20 seconds. So that's pretty dope because there's no cooldown on there too. So you got the status effect still going with ongoing directive. It's just going to refresh itself. So that's fun right there. That's good. So that's the first talent there on this build setup here. Secondly, we're running the name chest piece closer. You can run another chest piece as well, as long as it has spotter on there. This one I'm using because it has perfect spotter. So I'll get into that in a little bit. But for the core itself, well, for the brand set, we're gonna get that plus 5% total armor, so that's good. Core is gonna be armor, attribute's gonna be crit hit damage, armor regen, and another crit hit damage. And that talent, perfect spotter, it's gonna amplify weapons damage and skill damage by 20% to pulsed enemy. Another reason why we are also running the technician specialization. So now we have all of that set up. Okay. Ongoing directives. Here's the gear set here. We got 4-piece going on for us. Now for this setup here, 2-piece gonna give you that 50% status effect, 3-piece 30% reload, and then the 4-piece you're gonna get the perk rules of engagement. So shooting a status affected enemy will apply a mark. Killing the marked enemy is gonna grant you hollow point ammo. And it's also going to give your party team members half of a magazine of your active weapon to the rest of them. So they're all going to get hollow point ammo as soon as you proc rules of engagement. Now the mark lasts for 10 seconds, but you should be able to kill that target in a fair amount of time. Now the hollow point ammo is going to amplify weapons damage by 20% and also apply bleed on hit. Okay, so that's what having these 4 pieces is going to do for us. Now, how does the whole entire build work? Here's how it's going to work damage wise. So how you shoot a status affected enemy is going to apply a mark. You kill the enemy. In this case, Scorpio is going to automatically, it's going to hit him with the status effect. That's using the talent septic shock. So your first is, it's going to increase based off of the stack. So the first one's going to be poison, third one disorient. Either way, the first shot you hit them with, they're going to get a status effect from this shotgun. So it's a very good shotgun to get. Okay, once you get that status effect on that target, you're going to switch over to your primary. In this case, my black market. You finish off that target with your primary. It's going to proc rules of engagement because we're shooting a status affected enemy, and killing that marked status effect enemy is going to grant the hollow point rounds. Now the hollow point rounds is already going to give you an additional 20% weapons damage and also applied bleed, so you're already at 20% and you're making them bleed. So now with the black market AKM, when you proc that bleed, running the talent Sadist on here, it's going to amplify weapons damage by 20% to bleeding enemies. So you're already, now we're at 40%. 20 from the hollow point, 20 from the Sadist talent, so 40% weapons damage. Then we're running the laser pointer. So remember the laser pointer, because we're running the technician specialization. So the linked laser pointer is going to allow you to pulse that target just by aiming at him. Now that goes into the chest piece with the talent Perfect Spotter. So now we're already at 40%. So when you pulse them, it's going to amplify the total weapons and skill damage by an additional 20% to pulse enemies. So now we're at 60% weapons damage. You see how all this is stacking up. Then with the backpack itself, we got the talent Wicketed. So applying a status effect increases total weapons damage by 18% for 20 seconds. And this doesn't this doesn't, there's no timer, so it's going to refresh as soon as the 20-second marker hits or times out. And you hit them again, you're going to re-get that 20 seconds. So now we had a total of 60% plus that 18%. So now you guys are at a 78%, what increased weapons damage total. Of course, some of these is time restricted, but that doesn't matter. And then the moment you're getting kills with this, as long as you keep getting kills on those marked targets, you're gonna constantly keep getting hollow point ammunition. Just make sure you're killing the marked enemies, so you can proc your hollow point ammo. So this is how this whole build works. Just taking advantage of the hollow point ammo and the bleed status effect. So that's how all this works. Now, as I said before, with the skills, if you don't have Scorpio, you can still proc it all using your chem launcher or sticky bomb grenade or sticky bomb launcher. You can still proc this. Well, that's why I say it'll be much easier if you have Scorpio. And that's all this. So this is how the whole build setup's gonna roll. So let's try it out. We'll do some evasions. We got it's reset, so we got those evasions going on. Do some combat play. Stand by. Also, keep in mind with this whole setup, we are running 3 armor cores. That's the blue shields for my newer players, and then 3 red cores. That's the big red circle for your weapon damage cores.
Getting that Black Tusk assault team out of there is your main objective. But there are a few
so
high
remember,
priority
ongoing directive, you gotta mark the target, the status effect. So you got status effect, kill him, and now you can see I have hollow point round time.
They got one of ours.
It's gonna proc bleed for them. There goes the ticks on them, so that's good. Every time you kill them, it's the status affected target on top of us getting wicketed right there. So that's that 78% increased weapons damage we're getting overall.
We have zero intel on how they're set up on site.
Now remember with spotter too, because you got to mark them. That's what's gonna help to get that increased damage. So then you can use that drone as well, because you get 20% skill damage. everybody. Oh, grenade. Like that. Climb on up. And we got a medic right here. Blast him.
Confirming that Puck is down. Good work. Continue clearing the building.
Nice, nice, nice. Got here protected reload. What is this? Fenris. I can't pick it up anyway. I'm full. I gotta do some inventory management.
Picking up some encrypted chatter in your vicinity.
Good conference
Assume
room.
they know you're coming.
Agent is mine. Take him out.
Ooh, we got a big guy.
I'll search over here. Hostile drone.
Get off the wall. Jesus.
Open it up. Copy. Following your lead.
Mark him, mark him. Break this chain real quick. You got a sniper somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's the techie. Oh no, my drone is down. That bell station is coming clutch. Oh, he jumped out. Man, dude, I cannot aim. Oh, I'm out of hollow point rounds. Status effect. remember, see, I'm out, so I have some on my shot. Status effect, kill him.
Roadblock has been neutralized. One priority target remaining.
Got my ammo back. Power points. Yeah. So even if we lose the hollow points, I mean, you're still gonna have the, well, yeah, because you lose the bleed. So at that point, we lost 20% bleed. We lost 20% with the hollow point ammo. So you already lost 40%. So all you had, oh, you lost the wicketed too, so the 18%. So you essentially only have 20% from using spotter if you can't proc the that setup. All right, guys, fast travel back. So this setup is not bad at all with this here. Just keep in mind that if you run out of the hollow point rounds, that you would proc from killing marked targets. So you have to constantly keep marking the targets with the hollow point rounds and making them bleed. And doing that, you're gonna get the sadist to activate. That's gonna give you 20% damage there, as well as using the spotter, which will give you 20% damage there. And then wicketed, it's gonna give you your 18% by applying the bleed status effect. Okay, so you need the wicketed, you need the sadist, and the ongoing directive rules of engagement in order to keep, you know, your damage at 78%. To keep doing that, because once you run out of hollow point rounds, that's it. You're out. You have to redo everything again, utilizing Scorpio to proc status effects and then kill that ad in order to get your hollow point rounds back. Now, is there a way to bypass this? Yes, there's definitely a way to bypass this. So I'll do the second variation here. Second variation for you guys to use, so we can still use, it's a simple swap out. We can still use the wicketed here. Now the caveat to this is you're gonna swap out, you're gonna end up removing 20% of damage, and that's gonna be utilizing the Ridgeway's Pride. So this is the exotic chest piece that you guys can only get by running the summit. Okay, so running the summit is like a whole requirement to run. I'll leave, there's a description on how to acquire this chest piece, because you just can't buy exotic catches. You have to actually get components and craft this thing. I recently just got this chest piece and I maxed it out because it was actually very, very fun to use. So how this works is, let's equip it. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So with this chest piece here,
backup request.
the talent in it is bleeding edge. So shooting enemies within 15 meters applies bleed to the target. So as long as they're within 15 meters, you hit them, they're gonna bleed. And once they're bleeding, you've already hit them with a status effect target. If you kill them, that's gonna help with the rules of engagement here. That's going to give you your hollow point ammo. So you're going to get the hollow point rounds, which you're going to get the increased weapons damage, the 20% from this, and the 20% from the talent sadist. And you will also get, if you keep this backpack on, the Bellstone with the 1% armor regen, if you keep the wicket, you're going to get that additional 18%. So all we're losing the 20% from the spotter chest piece, the chest piece that had the talent spotter. So now with that setup, you won't need the link laser pointer here, so you can put that back to crit hit chance. And then you can actually swap out your specialization, because the last setup, the technician specialization, would make the most sense. So you can switch out this specialization for gunner, Because with the gunner specialization, at least you're going to be able to get 10% armor on kill. So we'll go to gunner. Alright, now we're on gunner. So this is how this whole setup will work. So this will give you the ability to completely bypass having to get a status effect kill in order to proc bleed. You're going to be able to proc bleed automatically as long as they're within 15 meters, which will give you access to that free 20% weapons damage from Sadis. And then you're going to be able to get your ongoing directive. So you'll get your 40% hollow point ammo. That's going to give you 20% increased weapons damage. Also apply bleed with the Sadis, 20%, so 40% on top of using the Wicked status effect. So you're going to get 58% weapons damage. Okay, so that's how that's going to work with this setup if you can acquire this. I'll leave the link to one of the other content creators that actually had this Graybeard. I forget his name, but shout out to him for that, because it actually helped me acquire this chess piece. It's gonna be it is quite a grind, because you guys have to complete all 100 floors of the summit. I did not do it in one day. I work, man, so that took me like a week to do, because I do have a day job besides this little side hobby here that I enjoy doing. But this is the setup here. Okay, so let's try it out. Let me see what I'm talking about with this. Well, let's make sure we add crit hit damage here with this chest piece. This is empty. Nope. Yes. So now, weapon damage wise, 123. Sitting at 49% crit hit chance, 91% crit hit damage, 62% headshot damage, so take advantage of that, and 30% reload speed. Alright. I'm getting the increased headshot damage. There's something here. Oh, the Scorpio has 10% headshot damage. And I got headshot damage on one of the pieces. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go do some combat play with this setup here. Stand by. Bleed rounds. $15 meters, right? So there it is. Got bleed, just need to kill him. Oh, there we go. Kill him. Boom. There we go. We got hollow point rounds. So that's good. That's set up. Now remember, with how the chess piece works is if you have X number of people that have bleed, they'll actually heal you. Oh, gotta reload. Where am I going? I remember, yeah, the chess piece is a red core, so now I'm running two armor cores as well right now instead of 3 armor cores. So just pay attention to that
Secure
as
the
well.
building and recover any intel you can find.
Gone.
I don't see anyone.
Go up high. Nope, reload.
Engaging up.
Nice, nice. Ooh. Oh. Who's that drone operator? I see you.
UAV's going out.
But I mean, it still does a nice amount of damage. Of course, the AKM is, you know, slower to fire, but it still hits hard. So, yeah. I don't care about that.
There's a Black Tusk computer near your position. Find it and recover any intel it contains.
Like a drone up there.
Attack!
Target's confirmed. Concentrate fire. On the minigun.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Ooh.
Taking the shot.
You got a big boy. Come on, buddy. Oh man. Break the chain. Oh, he's coming close to me. Do a status check real quick. Headshot. Maybe stand still. Stand still, buddy. Come on. Ooh. Oh, hold on. I gotta make some room for that. Bye-bye. Alright, I'm not gonna drag it out any longer. But armor regen. Ultimately, this is what you got with that. So you're gonna instantly get the bleed effect. So in combination with running Sadis, definitely gonna, you know, that's free 20% damage. On top of running the ongoing directive setup here. Alright, so that's your just second, you know, variation. Like I said, I'll leave the link at the end on how to acquire Ridgeway's Pride. So it is a fun exotic to use. You know, so take advantage of it when you guys get the chance. If you enjoyed the video, definitely hit the like button and subscribe. And until then, I'll catch you guys on the next vid. Warfare out.